What's up? What's up? What's up? My name is Sami, and in this video, I get the privilege of sharing with you 5 simple things that, if you apply them, will allow you to write an exceptional final exam. Let's get right into it. So, the first thing is you gotta know exactly what you want. Here's what I mean. I want you to do the calculations going into this final exam. What do you need to get in the final exam based off the weight that it has in order for you to hit your predefined target that you set in the planning phase? Here, before going into the exam, you should know like what you need in order to get your grades. For example, if you're going into an exam with like a 45% out of 50 and you want to get an A, you just need to get 40% on the exam. I mean 40 out of 50, so that's 80% on the final. So knowing exactly what you need to get will allow you to determine how much effort you put in it while studying. You might have multiple exams, and if you're doing really well in one course, you might need to focus more on the other course that needs more attention in the preparation phase. Some exams might be worth much more weight than the others, and you might just to put more effort there. So know exactly what you need in order to hit your predefined target. The second thing is studying. Here you'll have 2 options. You're either student number 1 who kept up to date throughout the term, or you're student number 2 who, for some reason, life happens and you just want to get over this final exam. Well, how to study for an exam for student number 1, your options, this is how you go about it. Concepts, since you get up to date, you have like a well organized notes. Now the thing you'll need to do is just summarize them and then do past exams. I'll share in a bit how to do past exams. And if there are no past exams, do mock exams. Here you, based off the midterms, I'll want you to create a draft of what you think a final exam will look like. So here I want you to think like a professor, because you already kept up to date and you know all these details. Now, if you're student number 2, you just want to get over this final exam, the easiest option I'll give to you is do past exams and use those to study. Don't just go copy paste, but actually use them as a studying guide. So here I recommend only 3 past exams, and if it's by the same prof, that will be perfect. Here's how you go about it. The first exam, I'll want you to answer each question 1 question at a time, but it's open book. So for each question, I want you to answer in detail what the correct answer is. And if you have issue with that, refer to the notes and use that to study and know exactly what you need to do. And then do it for all the questions in that exam. Now, that exam will take you a long time to finish because you're actually using it as a study guide. The second exam, this one, it'll just be now like, okay, you're starting to ease into it. The second exam, I want you to answer 1 question at a time. And if you have issues to this question, put a star next to it. Do this one. And then after answering all those questions, this is closed book as well. After answering all of those ones, now reference your lecture notes, like on the questions you're having issues with. You see here you're filtering out information because you could choose to study everything, but if you crunch on time, using past exams is a great tool because you get familiarized on how the professor writes his exams or her exams. And the second thing is you save so much time comparing to just trying to learn all the materials in one night, which is a hassle, especially if you're watching this. There is a high chance you're watching this and you just have an exam in like the next 24 hours or something. But hey, that's why I'm here, to help alleviate your stress. The third exam, this is where you actually start hitting mastery. Here, I don't even want you to write all the questions in details. Here, I want you to summarize the steps. So answer it. It's closed book as well. Each question is, instead of writing all the details, just write the summary of the solution. This will allow you to actually test how well you know the information. And this is perfect, especially if you're in the STEM, because most of the courses in engineering, like, it involves steps. So it's like, Or step one, do this. Step two, do this. So those ones are easy. Let me just do that. Or if you're in like business or nursing or whatever, use the same approach. For example, you can be like, oh, okay, globalization or something. Define all those and just mention its impact or something along those lines. Here, just write the summary, like define it, and just write the summary of like its impact. Like don't go into details. That's for later. Here, you're just testing your summary. So those three exams, if you use them as I told you right now, they will greatly help you to do well on the final exam. The reason we're doing past exams is this will allow you to build your confidence, it will allow you to know what you go walking into, you know? It's like you're having a cheat code and you're just using it. So first thing first, know what you want. Second thing, studying. Third thing, this is where you're actually going on the edge. Like you're having a first thing is know where the exam room is. If you have access to it, you can enter that exam room. Just have an idea of where you'll sit because exams are unpredictable. It's a lot of people, so you want to exactly just have an idea where exactly you want to sit. Now, now this is the second thing. Here we're going to write that exam before you even write it. Here's what I mean: get in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and see yourself entering that exam room and writing an exceptional final exam. And you just solutions flowing through you onto that piece of paper. And here's how I recommend for you to write an exam in terms of budgeting your time. This is how I personally do it. I usually take 15 minutes as I enter the exam, 15 minutes, summarize. I read each question in 15 minutes and I summarize the solution next to it. Usually 15 to 30 minutes, but 15 minutes usually gets me through all of those questions and read the summary of the steps here. 2 hours writing details of each of the summaries I already have there because I can expand on it. Next 15 minutes, I want you to go on questions you had issues with. The last 15 minutes, just polish the exam and submit it. So that's how usually I write my exams, and I highly recommend you do the same thing. This is for a 3-hour exam, and if your time is different, just budget it accordingly. So going back to writing the exam before you even write an exam. So close your eye, get in comfortable position, see yourself writing that exam, solutions flowing through you and writing them. After that, this is an opportunity for you to actually write the exam multiple times and be very serious as if you're writing an exam, because if you can see it in your mind and actually write it down in your head, it will be way easier when you go there in real life. So the fourth thing is on exam day. Here's the first thing: I recommend you have ample rest and you stop studying the night before. Before you go to sleep, just make sure you read the summary notes, write the steps down, and when you go to sleep, just like before you go to sleep, I want you to close your eyes again. Get in a comfortable position as you go into sleep. See yourself writing an exceptional exam. The reason I keep saying see yourself doing it because, like, if you can see it in your mind, obviously you can accomplish it, and you already did the work and everything. So now you just let your mind trust your mind. You got this. You got nothing to prove. It will come to you when you need to. Just ease into sleep. See yourself writing an exceptional exam. Wake up the next day. Do your exam routine. My exam routine has been for the past undergrad degree. It's been just listening to Alan Watts. He's a philosopher. On exam day, I just go listen to him on the bus, head to the exam room, my hoodie on or my little beanie on, whatever, headphones in, quiet. Don't talk to nobody because I'm in the zone, dog. Like, I'm ready to just let all this information flow through me. When you enter the exam, this is what I recommend for you. Like, there's usually that 5 or 10 minutes when the professor is handing out questions. I want you to just sit down, observe the room, close your eyes, get back to that place. Like, okay, you've written this exam before. I want you to see solutions just flowing through you. And when they say start, open your eyes slowly, read each question, write the summaries next to it, and then write the detailed solutions. revise the questions you had issues with, polish your solutions, close that exam, clear your mind, submit that exam, head out. And when you finish an exam, don't even talk about it. It doesn't exist anymore. You did the best you could. You prepared. You've executed. Now it's not up to you anymore. Simply head out. That brings us to the 5th thing, post-examination. Here, I just want you to reward yourself. You did the best you could have done. You prepared, you followed through, and you did all the things you could have done. All the things that you humanly possibly could have done, you probably did it. So that's the best your conscience could give, and whatever result you got, that's the best your conscience could give at this time. In the future, obviously, you'll do better knowing what you know right now, but that's the best you get, and accept it. Honestly, that's all I can share with you. The other details, but just those 5 simple things, that's all you need. And here's the summary of the video. First thing, know exactly what you want. Second thing, in studying, it's usually concepts, summary, past exams, and spend most of your time doing past exams. Most of my friends do the same thing, and shout out to Nav. He confirmed he does the same thing as well. He just does like a bunch of past exams. My boy is doing well in his undergrad degree as well. And the third thing is write the exam before you even write it. So here you tap into your mind, see yourself writing an exam. I shared with you how I usually write the exams. The first 15 minutes, I'm usually, if it's a 3-hour exam, the first 15 minutes, writing the summary and reading each question. The next 2 hours, writing detailed solutions. The next 15 minutes, I'm reviewing the solutions. And the last 15 minutes, I'm just polishing up the solutions and handing it into the professor. And then post-examination, reward yourself and accept that that's the best your conscience could give at the time. So here are the next steps for you. I shared 5 things. Take whatever works for you. You don't need all of them, but I highly recommend you take what works for you. Try it out. You have nothing to lose. Try it out and apply it. The second thing is share this with another student. Exams can be stressful, so if this might add value to you, it might add value to another student. So share it with them to help alleviate that stress and allow them to write an exceptional final exam. Once again, thank you for your time. Catch you in the next video. Peace.